Look like the same offense to me.
You can't say Duke didn't do his part.
No, Duke did his thing. No. Duke did his thing.
12 points.
Duke did his thing. But I'm not talking about Duke. I'm talking about the Browns' offense. And I just feel like this one guy showed up. I think I expect against the number 32 defense in the league for Jarvis Landry to have 2 touchdowns. I expect Baker to have 3-4 touchdowns yesterday. What's up? That's Anthony Sellers.
That's Eric Jordan.
And this is Browns in Our Blood. All right, let's get to it. Kansas City.
Wasn't unexpected. That was not unexpected.
Yeah, especially the way they've been doing everybody.
No, yeah, exactly.
Thoughts on last week's game versus the Kansas City Chiefs?
Quick thoughts on the KC game.
Quick thoughts on the Kansas City Chiefs game. They did what I thought they were going to do. Speaking of Kansas City, because they've done it to everybody. High-powered offense. But I was waiting to see what we did against their defense. They're the worst defense in the league. That'd be a really good gauge to see if we move. Plus, to see what this new offensive coordinator was going to do. I don't know. I saw some things, but still I saw the same. And I'll tell you this. I came out of this feeling like, did we really need to get rid of Hugh? Maybe get rid of Haley. I get, but did we need to get rid of Hugh? I'm not sure about that. I don't know if it's part of his media blitz that he went on this last week that kind of turned me thinking about some things. Also about Dorsey. I feel differently a little bit now about Dorsey. I know he can pick talent, but watching Josh Gordon do 130 last night, I felt a certain kind of way. Thinking about how these players seem like they like Hugh, except for Baker, from what media says. Heard Baker wasn't in love with Hugh. I still like the way Hugh coached. I don't know. I'm not sure about these latest moves with our Brown. Hugh, and now the Josh is playing out in the way that he's sticking out and the way I think we need playmakers. I know he's going to bring up the Duke Johnson thing. We didn't utilize the best playmaker we had, which I think is Landry. And we didn't utilize Njoku that much. We still need a playmaker, and I watched the playmaker we had go off last night on Sunday Night Football. But overall, I felt like the defense, as hurt as we are, kind of played a top-notch offense pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, they did the best they could, given with what was had. But you can't, with Denzel Ward going out, Jabril Peppers was out for a couple plays, EJ Gaines went out with another concussion, Kirksey came off the field. I can't remember if he came back in, but I know he came off the field for a bit. When you lose 4 players in a game, when you're already down down 2 or 3 players, adding to making it 7 players that you're gone. Yeah. It's really, really tough, especially with Kansas City having an offense like that.
Yeah.
All you can do is what you can to try to contain them.
Baker looked better. Baker looked like he looked like he was having fun. It looked like he had some stress relief off him. So maybe there's something there with that. I wasn't that much more impressed with our offense.
You gotta think about it too. This is the first time that Kitchens has going to be taken over for an extended period of time as an offensive coordinator.
Yeah, but he's been there. But it's like he came from the outside in. He's been there the whole time.
Right, but I mean, he's not been focused on that whole aspect. His whole aspect has been focusing with Duke Johnson and Nick Chubb, and now Dontrell Hilliard.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not even going to really put it on Kitchens. Let's don't even deal with Kitchens. Let's deal with the worst defense in the league. I expected Landry to show up more, and I expected Njoku to show up more. Because they've been playing all year long with Bake. Well, not all year long. For the majority of the season, they've been playing with Bake. Whoever was making the calls, I expected better execution against the worst defense in the league. Knowing that we were going to have to put up points. Knowing that to even be in this game, we got to put up points. So I was expecting a little bit more out of our offense.
Well, you've also said it in comments before that NFL defenses, even the worst ones, are still good defenses.
Yeah, they're still good defenses.
That's the point. I mean, I liked what I saw personally. It was a little more than what I expected because you got more versatility. You involved more players. Duke Johnson, 978 and 2.
One player.
You involved him more, but Chubb still got his carries and touches. Landry had 6 receptions, so it's not like he wasn't doing anything. Njoku had, I think, 3 or 4 receptions. I mean, people were getting involved. Ratley was in there. Callaway had a couple. There was more involvement. Even Dontrell Hilliard, the third running back, was in and got a couple carries. So I mean, there was more into it, like just more versatility, more players being utilized, more that they have to scheme for. That it's going to start seeing up, and you're going to start noticing in the weeks to come, I think.
We'll see. I'm like, all right, this defense is known for letting people score on them. These guys been playing. I think we should put up more points, and they should be more active. To me, I think I saw the same Browns offense.
We had one punt the whole game, and it was blocked. It was the only punt the whole game. It's the first time this year that's happened.
That's a small win for me.
It's still a win, though.
It's not a win. There was no win.
Like, for that aspect, it is. Like, it was better than what it's been in the past. It was better than what it was with Haley.
Barely.
I disagree.
Barely.
It was better than what it was with Haley.
Barely. Honestly, I didn't see really. I saw a little bit, but I didn't see what I thought I was going to see. And how I've been watching the Kansas City Chiefs, because I got that whole squad on my fantasy. Mahomes is my quarterback. I got Kareem on 2 different teams. This is my way of saying I watch a lot of Kansas City Chiefs football. I expected our offense to do more than what they did yesterday.
Did you like the aggressive play calling by the new offensive coordinator?
Did you like them going for 2 after every touchdown?
Yes. And I like going forward on 4th down, especially if you're playing Kansas City. If you're playing Kansas City, you can't be conservative. You got to be aggressive.
I think that played a little bit of a factor into it. Like, that was going to be their game plan, just to kind of keep pace. I think there was certain situations, like after the 2nd touchdown, I probably would have just kicked the field goal because it would have put it down to 13 instead of 15 points. But I liked it when we got the first touchdown and it was 14-9. I like that, going for that 2-point conversion, and after the 3rd touchdown, after Duke Johnson's 2nd one, I like that one as well. Given the situation and stuff, the game flow, those ones made sense.
Right.
But
right.
I mean,
no, I'm with it too, and I think it's great experience for Bay. Are we writing off this season?
Yeah, I said last week that we'd probably be lucky to get 5 wins.
All right, so we're writing off this season, man. I'll cut the field goal kicker and cut the punter. We ain't just let them get that experience.
Did you like the change at left tackle?
You like the change at left tackle?
For what we have right now, yeah. I do. Just Harrison's been playing bad. There's no other way to put it. there's no other way to put it. He was playing bad. Boom. But yeah, there's just no other way to put it. So, I mean, granted, Greg Robinson was playing because of an injury, but he didn't really give up too many sacks. You know, there was 2 sacks, one of which was because of Njoku being in full-on pass protection and not kicking back. And then the 2nd one came off on the right side. So I liked it better. I think it'll be better to have Robinson in for the rest of the season, unless Harrison really makes strides in practice. From what we've seen, game film, I think it's better to have the veteran in right now.
Could Bruce Arians be the answer for the Browns?
This popped up today on ESPN. Bruce Arians said the only place he would go to coach right now would be the Cleveland Browns. Now, personally, Bruce, come on, man. Come on. You know I like you. He's like you. He's a player's coach. Players love him. He gets personal with players. He gets real. He from the hood a little bit. Got a little street in him. You know what's up? Bruce, I know you could do. Ooh, come on, man. Come on, Bruce. I like that.
I think he's got a better reputation than Hugh.
I
would, out of all the names that I've seen being thrown out there this early, like, granted, just get through the season right now with who we have.
I still would take Lincoln Riley over any NFL quarterback.
I wouldn't. Of the 2, the names that I've seen thrown out would be Arians or DiFilippo. I mean, I think we should finish out the season right now with how we have it set up for our interim.
Right.
But looking into the offseason stuff, that's where I would go.
And yeah, I didn't get to speak on this last week because I wasn't here and saw the guys' show. Should Hugh? This is my response like that. No, I think it was enough to get rid of Hugh, but I don't think time was right to get rid of Hugh. I don't think it was time to make that drastic of a change. I understand getting rid of an offensive coordinator, yes, but I think it was too drastic of a change to get rid of your head coach, and it felt knee-jerked. It felt rushed. It felt like the Josh Gordon thing. That's what it felt like to me. So it's starting to feel like Haslam has some, got a little Jerry Jones in him, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Let Dorsey do what Dorsey's going to do. I don't know if Dorsey would have did that. Like I said, I'm questioning Dorsey a little bit now too, because Josh looked good last night.
What about you trust Dorsey? In Dorsey you trust.
I'm still there.
In Dorsey you trust.
I'm still there. I'm just saying right now, I'm like this. Don't think we should have got rid of our head coach mid-season. I just never seen where that went right. I'm not saying don't get rid of him. I say maybe get rid of him at the end of the season.
I just think there was way too much stuff behind the scenes to let them both stay. To me, that's what it seems. It may seem rush or knee-jerk, but there had to be something.
Yeah, I say get rid of Haley. Get rid of Haley. I'm with get rid of Haley.
I think there was too much crap from both of them.
Only thing I can see is Baker coming into Dorsey's office and being like, "I'm not feeling Hugh."
I don't think they would do it just off one guy.
And even if it was that's the worst case scenario to do it in. Don't give nobody that kind of weight. I just don't think that locker room turned on Hugh. I just don't see that. I don't see that. But at the same time, this is where I get caught up at. Because I can see a locker room turning on anybody who's 2 seasons with the record Hugh has. But then knowing Hugh's character, I would love to play for someone like Hugh. Put all the pressure on it with the media and the expectations of being Browns and the Browns fans. I felt a change was needed. I just think 2 coaches the same week, your head coach and your offensive coordinator, is just too drastic.
And we saw what happened when you get your playmakers involved.
Yeah, our playmakers didn't get involved. They didn't.
Okay. 9-78-2. That's all I'm saying. 9-78-2.
Your playmaker. Who's the number 1 playmaker on this team?
You know where I stand.
So you think Duke is a bigger playmaker than Jarvis Landry?
I think Jarvis is 1, Duke's 2. But I think, as I said before,
and you got Duke higher than Njoku too.
Yes. I think Njoku's going to be a playmaker too, though. But like you said, he's got to learn to catch. He's got to concentrate.
Yeah.
I mean, that's his biggest flaw right now. Duke showed the past 3 years what he can do with opportunities he's been given when it's been limited. I've said that from day one. I've said that all season. And I said I didn't understand why he wasn't getting opportunities. And as soon as Hady's gone, he gets those opportunities. That's and you see what he did with those opportunities, and you still got your boy Chubb in there to run the ball. That sounded so bad. That's the point I was making with that whole playmaker stuff. Like, you got to get them all involved.
Okay.
And they were. I'm sticking with it.
Look like the same offense to me.
You can't say Duke didn't do his part.
No, Duke did his thing. No. Duke did his thing.
12 points.
Duke did his thing. But I'm not talking about Duke. I'm talking about the Browns' offense. And I just feel like this one guy showed up. I think I expect against the number 32 defense in the league for Jarvis Landry to have 2 touchdowns. I expect Baker to have 3-4 touchdowns yesterday. I expect he almost had close to 300 yards. Yeah, it was 297, right?
297.
So Baker did his thing. It was I just expected more out of our playmakers, and I don't know. Not the Duke Johnson playmaker. I get it, dude. If we are banking our season on Duke Johnson, we got some issues. We got some real problems. Because I love Duke. I'm cool with Duke, but man, Duke ain't gonna solve the problem. He's not.
All the pieces together, I think it will. Once they all click,
yes,
when they all click, it will.
Yes, because then you're talking about role players, supporting playmakers, and that's what I see Duke Johnson is.
Nope.
Duke, don't get it twisted. You the man. You look good yesterday. Boy, big shout out to Kellen Conley from B-Hyphen for picking up Duke Johnson and Browns in Our Blood fantasy football. Talking about some foresight. Woo! Boy, he won that. He won it off that yesterday.
Did he?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You didn't play, did you?
No, I was too busy.
Yeah, we'll get to that later. All right, yeah. So Bruce Arians, we both on board with that?
I am. Yes.
We're both on board with Bruce Arians.
What do you want to see against the Atlanta Falcons in the upcoming game?
We got the Falcons next. What you want to see against the Falcons?
I want to see a win. Don't think it's going to happen, but that's what I want to see. Atlanta looks pretty good yesterday.
Yeah. Now, I tell you what.
They put up some points.
Yeah, they did. And I tell you what, if we was healthy defensive-wise, I think we'd have a shot.
I think now we just need to get to the bye week. After Atlanta, we have the bye week. Hopefully, Schobert can come back after the bye week.
Julio Jones just got his first taste of the end zone for the first time this year. And
hopefully Denzel Ward's injury is not too serious.
Right. Because that'd be a good matchup.
Yes.
That'd be a classic matchup. Atlanta looks really good, and the defense is starting to play a little better. But for some reason, I got this feeling we might pull this out. We might pull this out. And let's go off. Let's say your Duke thing carries over. Landry, bruh, you need to find his end zone, man.
Very much so.
Yeah. I love the possession catches and all that, but we need you in the end zone, bro. And Njoku, you got to. He almost had it. If he breaks that tackle, that's a touchdown.
I really want to see Ward against Julio because he loves those kind of challenges, and they've been letting him just shadow.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love that they're doing that.
Right.
And I would love to see that matchup.
Play fantasy football on FanDuel with us.
Well, you heard us talking about fantasy football yesterday. He didn't play. No. It was just me, Hyphen, and Boomer, our brother from the Pittsburgh Steelers, who I owe a bet. We'll do that next time Gary comes through here. Gary, you got to come here and do it, buddy, because I ain't going to do it on GP now. Come on. You want to catch me in these streets for me to do that bet where I wear a Steelers jersey and a wig.
You don't want to do it out on Patterson Drive?
Yesterday, Hyphen won. I just talked about it. He picked up Duke Johnson. It was a big pickup. Talking about he just had some foresight. I was impressed with that. Boomer came in second, and I came in third. I don't know where that puts us in standings. But if you want to play with us, the link is right down here in the description box. Click the link, join and play with us.
Be sure to check us out on YouTube. You can find us at MONSTALUNG Sound Vision. Hit the like button, subscribe, use the bell for the notification. Leave comments. We love the comments. If you don't like looking at our faces, you can listen to us on -podcastgroup.com or anywhere that you can download a podcast. So iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, all of them.
That's it for us this week. We'll be back next week. I'm Eric Jordan.
I'm Anthony Sellers.
And this is Browns in Our Blood. Let's do it, Brownies. Let's get these Falcons.
Win.